The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
I'll do this as a mini recommendation station because I'm only halfway through it, but I only started it last night as well.
Do you want the opener?
Yeah, okay.
Recommendation station.
I'm sure you've watched this, Luttsy, or if not, it's on your radar because you're the one who brought it to my attention.
Oh, yeah, I'm done with it, if it's what you're thinking.
Sprint?
Yeah. I binged it the day it came out.
Oh, wow. Well, I started it last night and I didn't go to sleep until like 11 o'clock. I got up to the end of episode 5.
That good.
Oh, I loved it.
What is it?
Should I play the trailer for Kendall and anyone else who doesn't know what sprint is?
Yeah.
When people think about speed, think about 100.
On your marks.
As soon as the gun goes off,
Set.
it's showtime.
Ever since Usain Bolt retired, who is going to be that next 100-meter champion?
Look good, feel good, do good. Who says you can't be sexy on the track?
I'm an Olympic champion, a mommy.
There is no crown heavier than the Olympic 100-meter gold medal.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
There's no time for you to talk now after that trailer, though.
Yeah.
It's only half of it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's in the same vein as the Formula One doco.
Who doesn't love a sport doco?
Well, some are shit.
Yeah, some missed the mark.
I didn't get a tennis one. It didn't hit me.
No, me either.
Yeah.
Golf? Do you like the golf one?
Golf was all right, but not as much as like the Formula One Drive to Survive actually gave me an interest in Formula One.
That's a fascinating sport, though, like behind the scenes, because it's so much more than what you see on the track.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's the way that it perceives the athletes too. Like, I thought there was going to be a concern with sprint that the athletes would come across looking. What would you say? Like, because of they don't get paid much. I thought it could just get whingy, and I don't think it did.
No.
I think they come across like I'm a bigger fan of Noah Lyles now than I was before it. I'm certainly, even though I was a big fan of Sha'Carri Richardson, who's the main female athlete in it. I'm a super fan of hers now. I can't wait to see what she does in Paris.
Isn't it funny? The names you're saying just like mean nothing to me.
No, but
which is what's so fascinating about
Kendall,
athletics.
I said this before it came out. I said that I asked a question, name someone in athletics, and everyone said Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
No one knows who these people are, and that's the point of this doco.
That's what I loved about it too. Is
it gives you a narrative into the Olympics.
I hadn't heard of Sha'Carri Richardson. I hadn't heard of Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles. Yeah. All of these Zarnell Hughes. I mean, now it's given me an understanding.
Sharika
Jackson, the main players in the 1 and the 200 just ahead of the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, it'll make it way more enjoyable to watch Paris.
Yeah.
And it takes you from the Eugene World Championships, which I went to, through to the Budapest World Champs, and then Series 2 presumably will be Paris.
Yeah.
Now, so
it
gives that lead up.
It's unreal. If you're into sport, just check it out. But particularly before Paris, because it's like your homework, so you can really enjoy the 100
exactly
and the 200.
You'll be able to sit there and watch the 100 meters, going, okay,
it's great.
Where's Arnett? Where's Sharika? Where's
Shelly-Ann Fraser?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's a pretty cool look at it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
How many episodes?
6.
Is it only 6?
It's only 6,
you're halfway through?
Oh, no, well, I finished episode 5. I thought I was only halfway through, but I've only got 1 to go.
Have you seen Sha'Carri in Budapest yet?
Yes.
Oh, no spoilers, please.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think I spoke about on air, where I sat above her as she was in that waiting room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to spoil too much, but she had to wait to see whether she made a final.
Yes.
I can say that.
I have seen that.
And I was taking. Remember, I took photos of her. I've got photos still on my phone of her while she waited in what they called the queue room, where the non-automatic qualifiers to the final stood there to wait to see watch the other semi to see if they make the final. And just the theatre around that was brilliant. And they pick it up perfectly in that doco.
Yeah, check it out. It's really good.
Sprint on Netflix.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
It's cold in here. I said there must be some content in the atmosphere. Here we go.
This is where our producers pitch us a bit of gear that they think we should be talking about. Two stories here, and we choose the one that we want.
Yes.
The winner stays on. So did you win last week, Nick? Or last time we played? You must have. Yes. And you...
oh, yeah, we won. He bamboozled us, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of regret over that.
That may count against you. Your last performance. We'll see how it goes. 5 seconds to pitch. So Alicia first.
Here we go.
Mysterious French Excalibur disappears in seemingly impossible feat.
It's interesting.
Is that
French Excalibur?
F-E-A-T?
Hey, no more questions, mate. She gets
No,
5
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
What are you
No,
doing?
it's the feet with the toes.
In mysterious feet. Double E-T. I lost
Excalibur.
I am intrigued.
Into a pile of feet.
Yes.
My favourite thing about this is Nick's game face when he gets to the mic.
I know, he's so serious about it.
So good, just cool.
All right, Nick, here we go.
Olympic City's legacy cops a spray as locals go to water.
Obviously, I mean, Olympics. We know you've got a vote over
He's
here.
still smart. He knows where he's,
Yeah.
which side his bread's buttered.
I'm going to go, Alicia. I want to know if it's F-E-A-T or F-E-A-T.
Well, I think this sounds like this is Paris related with the water cleanliness. So
I know.
I'm going to go Nick.
I know Nick's story, so I'm going to go Alicia.
Welcome, Alicia.
Jeez, I have to wait for the podcast for Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a podcast.
That's right. We can.
Nick's story.
What's extrapolate mean?
Make
Does that mean broaden
stretch it out
we can,
and
we can extrapolate
Yes.
it in the
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah, there we go.
it's worth extrapolating too.
So it's feet F-E-A-T.
Right.
Just
Nick,
be reminded
come
these
back.
are.
Oh, now I want to hear from Nick. Yeah. Sorry. About the triathlon, is it?
But the French version of Excalibur, so they've got their own sort of version with a whole story about a knight who got his sword stuck in a stone.
Is that what what's an Excalibur?
Excalibur was the King Arthur's sword in the stone.
Only
Okay.
he could remove it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only he could remove it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the French version of that has disappeared, and there's a lot of mystery surrounding it because it was stolen despite being chained to the stone, and the stone being 32 feet off the ground.
That's like the bull's testicles in Rockhampton.
Exactly the same as that.
Going off the
Same amount of
statue.
history.
Yes.
Yep.
So who
Exact
removed
story.
Presumably only one person can remove it.
Well, they don't know.
It's a mystery.
Well, yeah, because it belonged to obviously a knight 1,300 years ago
Where do the feet come in?
in a seemingly impossible feat.
Well,
It was impossible to do, and somebody's done it.
Well, someone used
Well,
their
someone
feet to
removed
get up
it.
there.
Yeah, somebody got their toes around it.
okay, so they've lost it. Okay, well, how do I feel about that?
What a shame.
Wow. Keep an eye out if you see it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
This was when was this? Last Friday.
The one before?
Oh yeah, before the holidays. Sorry, yeah, last time, the last day we were on air before holidays, Kendall and I went to a.
yes.
We got
You
invited.
were dressed up like cowboys.
No, we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
That was here, though. That was for...
At work, it was Cowboy Day
Yeah.
or something.
Oh
No,
yeah.
yeah.
But after we left work,
We went to the ultimate state of origin lunch.
Yeah.
Which was so fun.
yeah, Alternaleaf invited us.
So, Luttsy, I found out some interesting facts about you and Ash, that because it was actually like a recreation of the footy show.
Yeah.
At lunch.
I get there and it's like a footy show, like 20-year reunion or something. or
They've
other.
literally got...
Like, we're on it. Why
They've
don't
got
we get
the
invited?
desk on the stage
Yeah.
like it's the show.
Everyone was
really?
there. Everyone but us. Seriously.
And all the big stars were there.
Yeah, all the big stars were there.
Oh, yeah. Did,
the Fat Man was there, and
Yeah, and
Sterlo,
Sterlo.
and Fletch. It was even on it. I think he was on it, and they were all on.
we would have been.
Matty
Robbo,
there?
that little
So
bloody jockey.
Was Robbo?
Oh,
That's what I
that little
was gonna
jockey
say.
bloke was on it.
Hasn't changed a bit, by the way.
he's a
was out
nightmare, that
causing
bloke.
a ruckus.
Yeah, he's
Boy,
a-
it was
he's
fun
out there.
seeing the flashback clips, though. Just like TV that now would get you cancelled every 30 seconds.
Yeah, they showed all
But
that.
it was
sort
such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like the jokes were good.
of- it was pretty good, actually.
It was
wasn't
really
It was a
good.
good lunch. But
Yeah.
to get there, so I think I didn't know, because Kendall got invited, and I think I kind of got invited through you.
Must be, yeah.
So I didn't get invited because I was on the footy show, even though it was a footy show
No.
thing.
Did you go as Kendall's plus one?
I think Kendall
No.
spoke to the organisers. and
I did
kinda-
say, look, I've got this friend.
got
He
this little
doesn't get
friend.
invited to
Yes.
much. Can you please throw an invite? His name is David Lutteral, if you
Yep.
can find him.
And they did. They got
So
me a
they
ticket.
did. They invited him, and he got to sit on
You got to sit
my
at the same table, which was nice. And anyway, so but to get there, I'm like, oh, what time is it? And like, how are you getting there? And Ken was like, Uber, and I said Uber. But then I get a text from Kendall at some point where I said, oh, yes. She goes, Uber coming to get me in 4 minutes. How are you tracking? I said, I just ordered mine. And then Kendall writes, I'm in an Uber pool.
I'm a what?
And I wrote back,
I'm in an Uber pool.
She's in an Uber pool. So Kendall, in her infinite wisdom and obviously tightness with money.
Are you that poor?
Has gone like, so Uber pool, for those that don't know, I've never ever got one. I first found out about it in LA. I think it's big over there. Essentially what it is say for some reason that you say you want to go to the convention centre and old Billy Bloggs lives over your way and he wants to go to the convention centre. So basically you're saying that you'll get an Uber, but you'll get it with someone else you've never met before.
With a stranger.
With a complete stranger.
I would like to clarify. I booked my Uber, but then this thing showed up on the screen being like, do you want to go in an Uber pool? And
for $2 cheaper.
You know what the problem was? It's like a pokey. It's counting down, like it's gamified.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I've only got 10 seconds. It's counting down. Do I want to do that? And it's cheaper. And so I hit yes, but it must be literally because an Uber's coming from the suburb north of me, heading to the convention centre.
Heading
and
to the same venue.
Well, we can pick you up.
Yeah.
The driver gets twice as much money.
And it was $9 instead of $12.
Yeah, same.
So she's jumped on that.
$3 saving.
Kendall's just taking that. Yes, please, $9. And then so what happened? So the thing rocks up at your house.
I rock up. The dude in the front seat is on the phone. He's on speakerphone.
Not the driver?
No, not the driver.
Sorry.
There's a guy sitting in the passenger seat front, a passenger.
Oh, he rides up front.
He rides up
I do
front.
that sometimes. Well, that's nice. You get the whole of the back seat to
Yeah,
yourself.
that was fine. I mean,
tell you how else you get the whole back seat yourself. You just get an Uber by yourself. But anyway, keep going.
I get in. Neither of them really even acknowledge me. Like, there's not like a, hey, are you Kendall? Where are you going? I just kind of get in and it's silent. And I genuinely thought, boy, I hope this actually is my Uber and I'm not just Anyway, he's got his phone on loudspeaker and I'm like, is that hold music? It eventually comes off hold on the drive and he's like, yes, my name is David Lutteral. Yes, I work here. And he's spelling his name out. I'm not going to say his name.
No.
And he's like giving all this detail. I was like, what is going on? And I'm texting Luttsy. I was like, this guy's on the phone to the ATO trying to clear a debt.
But he's giving
spelt his name, gave his date of birth, listed his employers, and I start Googling him. I'm in the back seat.
The journalist.
And he's got a super obscure surname, weird spelling.
But he was going to the...
It'd be funny.
He was at the gig.
And so then we get there. I'm a bit terrified.
You should have
by
called
this
the
stage.
Channel 7 cameras and had them waiting for it as soon as you pull up at the...
Yes, are you such and such? I'm aware for the ATO.
Anyway.
But you were, during the gig, you were going, that's him over there.
That's him. His name is Jared Vukas or whatever his name was.
He's got tax problems.
Yeah, he does.
But
really?
Why? Why? Just
I
don't
know.
do
well,
that
apparently
anymore, please.
it's quite a joke if you take Uber pools, I've since learned, and I won't be doing it
But
again.
imagine if you're just some dude and you're like, you're on Struggle Street and you get an Uber pool and then...
Well,
Kendall Gilding gets in the
who's
back
more
seat.
embarrassing in this scenario?
You're a newsreader. You're a known person. Like, that's the dream.
That's right. Luttsy was like, you cannot go getting in Uber pools. This is bad for your image.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
On the Gold Coast, I just want to send a shout out to that 15-year-old schoolgirl with the bus yesterday.
She's about to lead the news. I know. What a legend.
Did you hear about this? It was amazing. Did you know what happened, Luttsy?
Only from what I've heard on Kendall's News, which was
The place to get it.
comprehensive.
The Nova News updates.
Indeed.
A full-size school bus left Aquinas College in Ashmore at the end of the school day yesterday. It's travelling along Southport Nerang Road. That's a busy, busy road. Like that's a four-laner. Like traffic both ways. That's like a...
It's a four-lane Philharmonic.
Yeah, four-lane Philharmonic. And the bus driver, 70-year-old man, has a heart attack, loses consciousness, and this girl jumped to the rescue. You got to grab there. This is one of the first responders who was on the scene. Everybody's safe, but this girl,
Play the grab, Buzz.
Cometh the hour, cometh the...
Here's the grab that
Yeah.
pre-prepared.
Teenage female students on the bus has managed to assist the driver, remove his hands and his feet from the accelerator and stop the bus in a safe location.
I mean, come on.
What a legend.
That's a pretty big effort. She's taken him out of the seat. She's taken his foot off he's had the heart attack and his foot's on the pedal. She's
saved
gone,
lives.
I'll come in, I'll take this. She's 15. pulled the bus up safely.
On a median strip.
Nobody hurt.
How's the bus driver?
How's he? All right?
He's in hospital, but that's all good. We'll hear about it in the news that I now need to go rewrite.
He's a radio pro. That's called a tease.
You got 5 minutes to rewrite your news now.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Yes.
This is our 15-year-old superhero from the Gold Coast.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I marked out to her just before the 8 o'clock news, and then Kendall, at the time, sort of had her face down on the computer, like working out.
What
She's
was
got bad
going to be in the
eyesight.
news?
It was a number one story. I
was.
stole your thunder.
You did.
But have you ever done anything heroic like that?
Never. No.
I don't think. What would be the most heroic thing you reckon that you've ever done? Have you ever been, like, have you ever saved
13, 24, 10.
a dog? Like,
been
have you
a
ever
hero.
saved
From a house fire.
Luttsy did something quite heroic one day.
What was that? Luttsy?
I was very impressed with him.
I was about to say I've never done anything. What do I do?
No, you know what's sprung to mind for me, because I was thinking about, what about, remember that time we were doing an OB at City Hall in Brisbane, and some guy, he had some type of attack, and he was like a homeless guy, to be honest with you. He was like, and you, of all people, you raced over and you started, you were the first responder and started assisting him.
What did I do? Did I turn him over?
Yeah, you sort of rolled him over and you sort of cleared the path.
I'd
CPR?
completely forgotten about that. I wouldn't have done CPR.
No, you didn't do CPR, but he did he did everything other than the mouth to mouth. Like he cleared the airways. He rolled him into the recovery position.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I've completely forgotten about it.
I always wonder if I'll ever need CPR. It's one of those things you think like, yes, in the moment I will know what to do. Will I though?
Yeah.
Probably not.
It changes all the time too. I don't even know what the latest is on that.
I was very impressed with you on that day.
Thank you. I'd completely forgotten about it.
That you did that.
We had an incident on Friday. Matilda, my daughter, had a seizure while she was doing gymnastics, and the gymnastics coach was first aid trained and helped her until the ambulance got there. So that's, I think, the importance of.
Were you
doing
there?
that. Oh, no.
No.
My wife was.
Is Bronte all right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, pretty scary stuff. But as I said,
that's
the ambulance, the
scary.
Children's Hospital, Hayley, her name is, from Logan PCYC. Fantastic job.
I like those people that, like, in a genuine moment when, you know, it's real and things are really happening, they can hold their cool and they can think about what is it that needs to be done, and then they actually do it.
Because you'd probably want to freeze.
Well,
you know, like, do you
or
panic?
Just not be the one who gets involved, I guess, is the problem.
We're actually good at being spectators, Aussies. Like, we just act like someone else will do it.
Well,
Not Isabel, though.
Think about this 15-year-old girl that just, she was in the bus and went, no, I know what to do here.
She was on the front seat.
So
Got up.
What was your moment? What was your hero moment, Isabel? Like, what happened for you?
I was just at a bakery that's like on a busy street and it sloped down a little bit, and this grandma had like all the grandkids and she had a pram full of children, and she turned to the older ones, and so the pram just started kind of rolling towards the busy road where I was waiting. So I just grabbed the pram quickly before it went onto the road and took it back to her, and she was quite grateful when she turned around from the older children that the pram hadn't rolled off onto the busy street.
They get away from you quick, prams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They pick up speed, and then there's the fear that they'll, like, topple forwards and the kid will come flying out of it.
Was there a kid in the pram?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was a little one in the pram.
No, the hero act was catching an empty pram.
Yeah. Have you seen how expensive they are?
Whoa.
Those bugaboos?
You could have a small car.
Save a 2 litre milk and
the fresh loaf of bread at the bakery.
Michael.
How you doing? Yeah. I'm not the hero, but my wife is. We were visiting my family in Canada. We went out for dinner, came back. Mom and Dad were still up. My mom got up, but then fell back in their lazy boy chair. No heartbeat, no anything. My wife laid her out flat, jumped on top of her, and started CPR.
Whoa. On the chair?
While, like, tears streaming down her face. Because this is like the second time she's met my parents, and here it is, my mom's going to die. Brings her back to life, and literally like 3 seconds later, the first responders burst through the door.
That's unreal.
Really?
Oh, like, phenomenal.
Your wife probably
absolutely
gets
phenomenal.
good Christmas presents now from your mum.
Yeah, Mum unfortunately passed a couple of years ago. This was about 7 years ago, but yeah, really, really impressive.
We could have left it on a high, Kendall.
Good one,
Yeah,
Kendall.
Yeah, ask
I'm
one
so
more question.
sorry.
Move on.
I'm new to this.
Yeah.
Amazing, though.
Beat that, Jason.
Jeez, Kendall.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, how's it going?
Kendall, anything you want to say to Jason just to bring the mood down?
Nope.
What do you got?
What did you do, Jace? What happened?
Hi, yeah, guys. Back in 2009, came back from dinner and heard a bit of a commotion, ran outside, and one of my neighbours' houses were on fire, or their house was on fire. So ran up, long story short, kicked the door down, ran through the house, ended up saving his wife, his little, I think it was a 6-year-old son at the time, and his sister-in-law. So yeah, from the burning house, within minutes of getting them out of the house, the flames had reached the second level. Flames were belting through the windows. The ceiling caved in. Yeah, it was pretty intense. Afterwards, one of his next door neighbors called me. Said, "Listen, Jason, the owner Harold wants to have a word with you." Walked into the house. He was sitting in the neighbor's kitchen. He had his little boy on his lap, and he had tears running down his cheek. And he said, "Listen, Jason, no amount of words can ever thank you enough for saving my family's life." And at that point, I'd seen that his whole face was completely burnt, his chest, everything. And just a little bit of a backstory. At one point, I asked him to go into the house with me, and he refused. And I couldn't understand why. And then I realized it was two things. Number one, the thought of maybe losing his family, and then obviously secondly, the fact that he had already burned so badly. He just I think the pain and and the fear.
Oh God, Jace, that's intense stuff, mate.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Got so many heroes listening to us. It's fantastic, isn't it? And
Kendall, anything to say? Give us an out, Kendall.
I've muted my mic.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.